Well, thanks everyone so much for coming out this evening for this Leeds Digital Health event. It's our third event, and I've got the pleasure and privilege to tell you a little bit about sort of what we're doing and why we're here, and how this could be a great thing. I'm just trying to get through to my clicker. It's gone to sleep. Fail at the start. So if you very kindly access this QR code, this will give you hopefully a page where you can leave your feedback, but also that you could ask some questions for any of the speakers or to talk about any of the content. But we'd love to know some of your ideas. We'd love to know sort of in which ways we could improve on this event, and we'd love to know ways that you might like to get involved in the future. So what is Leeds Digital Health? So it's about connecting digital health leaders and innovators in the Leeds City region to share ideas, innovations, and best practice. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about how I got involved with communities and tech communities. This chap here is called Matsumoto Yukihiro, also fondly known as Mats. He is the author of the Ruby programming language. I'm a bit of a technologist. I'm the chief engineer here at BJSS. And I love the Ruby programming language, and I lived in Japan for a number of years. So I used to go to all of these community events in Japan, and you get people like Mats turn up, who is a programming god. There is no other way to describe him. But he will hang out with the folks at those meetups, similarly to how we are here, sometimes all evening, chatting to them about how we can make things better, how we can better work together, which ways can you use Ruby to actually build some brilliant things. And Ruby became very popular for a period of time. And I'm really humbled and touched by his approach of just spending time with people, soaking up their thoughts, their opinions, getting their feedback. And working out ways to work together. And I think I even talked to him about some features that there was in another brilliant programming language called Elixir, and said, hey, you should think about those in Ruby. And he's like, that's a really good idea, I'll think about those. So it's just brilliant to have people like that are so receptive to new ideas and thinking. And this is at Ruby Kaigi. It's a big conference for Rubyists in Japan. And this is a medical health tech company that have turned up there together to say, we're going to learn about all this stuff together and be part of the community. And you might be thinking, well, that's Japan. That's not Leeds. Well, what does it mean for Leeds? Actually, there's some brilliant stuff happening in Leeds right now. Some of the stuff that the council are doing, I was just talking earlier to Stephen about some of the brilliant stuff that Digital Leeds are doing and some of the health tech initiatives they have. So we've been chatting to them, talking to them. They've been giving us advice and pointers about how we can basically start showcasing some of the brilliant work that we do here in Leeds and showcase that better across the UK and into Europe and across the world. As you may or may not know, this is a hotbed for health tech companies. This is where the likes of EMIS, TPP, now NHS England, but NHSD was home to, and also home to a lot of brilliant startup health techs as well. So the power that we have in this region is huge. And I think we're all doing brilliant work, but if we get together, we talk about that work, we think about how to work better together, that we can make that go even further and actually make Leeds a really attractive place for outside investment and further initiatives going forward. And we share those kind of visions with the likes of Leeds Digital. So you may or may not be familiar with Leeds Digital and the great work that they're doing to promote events. And I consider us part of that community. We're not actually officially affiliated or partner organisations, but in terms of a sharing of ideology, of that spirit of sharing, wanting information to better the technical solutions that we provide, I think that's very much part of our DNA and what we really excites us and we want to continue doing. And one of the things that Leeds City Council has told us is this interop thing. This is what we want to get better at. And I don't know if, are all of you currently in health tech companies or, well, okay, I think there's a few more. But interoperability's been such a big theme within healthcare recently. I talk to a lot of clients, and I think every single healthcare tech solution that we talk about, interoperability is always pretty much at the heart of it. So this is something that we can potentially achieve together. We can make our systems work a lot more seamlessly with each other. And I'm really keen that we can get some traction with that. Also, thinking about innovation. So it doesn't just mean system to system, but it means how do we make our systems more innovative going forward. Now is such an exciting time in technology. There's so much change at such a rapid pace in this 6 months since ChatGPT kind of opened itself up to a lot of folks. And now other companies have picked that up and run faster. And I really believe it's a technology enabler that will enable us to run a lot faster. But we need to do that, of course, with all the safeguards that you have within health tech. Clinical safety, security, privacy. They're not things that we can just say, oh yeah, just chuck all of that stuff in ChatGPT, jobs are good. And no, we need to take care and be careful with how we develop solutions. But there's a lot of innovation opportunities there going forward that I'd love us to talk about. If there's some brilliant stuff that you've been doing, I'd love to hear about them. We'd love to hear about them. So this is like a town, think of a town square where you can share some of those things. And we know some of those things might be your IP that you're working on and you don't want to share. That's absolutely fine. We totally understand that. But if there is stuff that you can share and want to share, this is the place where we'd love for you to share that. And this isn't about BJSS, it's about kind of doing this work together. Thanks especially to 6B for making us reignite this vision again. A lot of these organisations have very kindly donated towards some of the entertainment and costs for this evening. But we've got brilliant representatives from AirLogic, Dockerbode, 6B, University of Leeds, BJSS, and Yorkshire and Humber, AHSN involved. So we'll be running these events probably once every 3 or 4 months. And yeah, your feedback's really grateful. So it helps us to really think about how to make this a great meeting spot going forwards. So in terms of agenda for this evening, some of you may have seen it on the website. So we've kicked off, we've done a bit of an intro. And next we're going to invite James to come up and talk to us, hopefully about some of the strategy work that they're doing at Leeds Teaching Hospital in respect to virtual wards. And that's going to be the theme of this evening. So hopefully that's all good. Any questions? I'll be mingling around from time to time, so feel free to come by and ask me questions, or anybody or any of the speakers. And please do remember to write any questions you might have or any feedback that you have on the app, if that's okay.